Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be going over a tutorial for Margex, a leverage trading platform. Oftentimes people hear about leverage trading and they are afraid to give it a try because a lot of people hear about leverage in trading and are afraid that people are going to be losing their house, their cars, right? There is ways to reduce that risk, especially if you are using an amount of money you are okay with losing. Now, I do not recommend using a large amount of money with leverage trading. However, there is big upside potential with leverage trading since you can make money on the way up and down in the cryptocurrency markets since they are very volatile. And so let's go ahead and jump right into the video here. The first thing that I'd like to mention is that there is a promotion going on with Margex right now where there is a BOEM airdrop. And so this is going on until June 17th. If you sign up using the link underneath the video and make a couple of trades, you can get a portion of that airdrop. And so I definitely recommend checking that out. And so before we jump into the tutorial for Margex, I would like to give a brief explanation on what leverage trading is. And so we have regular purchase here of Bitcoin. Let's say you buy $100 and it goes up 4%. You would now have $104 of Bitcoin. You made $4 of profit. Now let's talk about leverage here. Now if you open up a 10x position with that same $100, you would essentially be buying $1,000 of Bitcoin. And so that's a 10x on the $100, which is $1,000. Now there is downside to this as well, but there's also upside. As you can see here, the profits here increase from 4% to 40%. And so now you have taken the $100 and you have turned it into $140. Now you've made $40 profit rather than $4. And so there's definitely ways to use this to your advantage, and I'm going to be explaining why that is. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the platform here. As you can see, they do have TradingView charts integrated right into their platform, and I think this is very beneficial for trading the cryptocurrencies as this is one of the best trading platforms out there. Now, I have deposited $5 into the platform already. However, if you are looking to deposit money, you can go up to wallet at the top here. You can go to deposit, and then you can choose the cryptocurrency which you're looking to deposit. And so from there, you can go ahead and copy the address to the cryptocurrency platform you're looking to transfer from, or you can buy the Bitcoin right on the platform using one of these services here. And so once you have deposited funds, you can go back to trade here, and then you can see here that in the main trade account, I now have $5 of Bitcoin. And so from there, I can choose a limit or a market order. Market means that it's going to just go ahead and open the position, whatever price it is at. If I'd like to set a specific price, I can go to limit here and I can type that price in down at the bottom. And so in addition to that, there's also isolated and cross margin mode. Now, if you're not familiar with margin trading, I definitely recommend doing isolated margin here. I do not recommend doing cross margin mode. This is a much higher risk for your portfolio. As you can see, all cross positions under the same margin asset share the same asset cross margin balance. In the event of liquidation, your assets full margin balance along with any remaining open positions under the asset may be forfeited. So this could go ahead and close out your entire portfolio, where if you're using isolated margin mode here, it will only close out your position once it has been reached and liquidated. And so this is much lower risk here. This is what I recommend doing it if you are new to margin trading, and this is what I personally do as well. And so I'm going to open up an isolated position. I can decide the type of leverage that I am looking for. I can go from 5x all the way up to 100x leverage. Now, yes, there is more risk associated with that, right? 5x leverage is going to have less risk. 100x leverage is going to have more risk. However, with more risk, there is more upside as well. And so for this example, I'm going to open up a position at 25x leverage. I'm going to go ahead and hit confirm. Now I can decide here if I want to open up a position that is long or short. In other words, if I'm going long, I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to go up. Now if I am going short, I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to go down. And so if we go ahead and decide to open up a long position here, we can see the estimated liquidation price. This is very important to be paying attention to, as this is the price that once Bitcoin reaches, your position will be fully liquidated. And so right now the price is at $68,131. If the price goes down to $65,460, then the entire position will be closed out. If I'm trading with $100, the position will be fully forfeited and I will now have $0. And so we can see that the difference in the price right now is approximately $2,600. And so if we go ahead and open up a short position, the same difference in price is going to be here as well. We can see a difference in about $2,600. However, this is in the other direction. And so if I am shorting Bitcoin and the price goes up to $70,802 from the current price, my position will be liquidated. And so the same thing goes here as well if I'm opening up a short position, right? If I open up at $68,131 and let's say the price goes down to $65,000. Now that would be over a 4% move for Bitcoin. It would be a drop of 4%. I am shorting it here at 25x leverage. Now 25x times 4% is a 100% move. And let's say I open a position with $100. Now I would get a return of 100%. I would have doubled my money. And so I would now have $200 by being correct in this position. And so let's say I go ahead and open a long position here, right? Let's say I want to open it at market price. So $68,215 I want to buy. I'm going to go ahead and open the position. We can see that the order has been placed, right? And let's go ahead and take a look here at the open position. If I move myself out of the way here, we can see the other options. And so one thing that's very important with leverage trading is to take advantage of these take profits and stop losses. And so I can set a take profit if I want to close out my entire position or partial position once it reaches a certain price or percentage. And so let's go ahead and say that I want to start taking profits once I reach a 100% return, which would be at $70,945. And so you can go ahead and adjust that and it will automatically close out your position for you. Now you can do the same thing for downside as well here. And so if there's a certain price that I think it's going to hit, right, if I'm looking at the 50-day moving average, maybe I'm looking at Bollinger Bands or something like that, a support line or resistance. And so there could be a certain price target that you're looking to hit. And if it does break through that, you might want to add a stop loss, right? Or you could say, hey, I'm only okay with losing 10%. So I will go ahead and close out my position at $67,943 if it does drop down to those levels. And so you can go ahead and add those there as well. And so I think this is very important to use to reduce the amount of downside on your position. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the chart here for Bitcoin. We can see that there's different indicators that can be added through TradingView. So you can go ahead and add any TradingView indicator on Margex here, and I went ahead and added Bollinger Bands and the 50-day moving average. And so I've been watching the 50-day moving average, right? We bounced off of that yesterday right around $66,000, and I am looking to stay above that here. If we do start falling below the 50-day moving average, that is where I may open up a short position. Again, I'm looking at the Bollinger Band here as well. I'm looking for a bounce off of that. We can see we're just holding above that. And so I am definitely on the edge of shorting this position. However, for right now, I'm going to remain long. And then if it does break down below, that is where I will set my stop losses just below the 50-day moving average to go ahead and close out the position. And so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if you thought this was helpful. Make sure to check out that link underneath the video to Margex to make sure to get your portion of the BOEM airdrop, as this promotion ends on June 17th. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.